All right, guys, what is going on? Hopefully, you guys can hear me all right here. And we're going to be doing some testing on the game because we have some things that we're working on here. So just give me 1 second and we'll get started here. All right. Let me just tweet this out, get some people over here, and then we'll get started. So let me know if you guys have any questions or anything. If you guys, want to chat about anything while we're doing this, and I'm just going to run through what's going on here. What's going on, View? How are you? So what I want to do is going back to the whole rushing thing. So because we have, we just pushed out some changes late last night, and it was a silent patch, but it was one that was going to help with the blocking, specifically the instant blocking that happens. So when when two players engage in a blocking battle, there was code in there that basically would let someone win when the other person was kind of behind them, right? So if you got a guy facing north, south, if they kind of crossed behind each other, or if they started out behind each other, one of them would instantly lose the battle. And those would result in basically instant block sheds, if you will, or pancakes. So that's been changed to, I fixed that issue. We're still kind of doing some testing, even though it's out in the wild. Because there might be some issues with the way that they flip back and forth, but that's something that, we'll look at afterwards. So we're in debug mode now. That's why you're going to see some of the stuff that you see on the top there for debugging purposes. What I want to do is, I think I'm going to play Arizona against Atlanta. And then what I want to do is kind of watch and monitor the way the game plays. And I have replays turned on. So, yeah. What's going on, Gerald? What's up, Jared? Happy Friday to you guys. So let's go ahead and skip through this stuff. So what we're doing here, just to give you guys an idea for those that are not part of the beta. One sec. What we're trying to test here is the running. So one of the things that we're noticing is when you have a slower halfback. Oh, you want to turn that on too? Yeah, we could do that. Let's do a couple of things here. Let's turn off the ticker here. I don't need that on. Show team plays on. And if we look at the depth chart here, we have there. One thing I did also test already is depending on how you move the depth chart up and down, it will take the first player. So I'm getting ahead of myself though. But if you look at the rushers here, you're going to see that on Arizona, the guy speeds an 80, right? So we're doing it. We're basically changing it because outside runs don't work well at all for slow running backs, right? So if you got a slower running back, then they typically will get uh, chased by faster linebackers that break through the hole. So when you have an outside run and your guards are pulling, they open up a hole, right? And if your back is not fast enough, then linebackers just come right through and they have full access to your halfback. So what we're doing now is if you have a slower halfback, so basically less than an 82, well, what I did was I had them where they would get injured as a test every time. So I was watching them cycle through, and that was proof that it's working because the injuries will auto depth chart, and I did that because I can't control the depth chart from here. I don't think I can change these guys because I'm not controlling them, and I don't want to do coach mode because I want to see how often the team picks a run inside. So basically, what we figured out is the slower backs have a hard time running outside. So what we're going to do now is allow the computer to choose more inside runs for slower backs. And when I say slower backs, I mean if you're less than an 82 speed, then you're going to get a second pass, because the first pass that happens when it comes through, it says it wants to run. If the computer wants to run, and they're going to choose a run, they're going to either choose an inside run at 60% now in this new one. Before it was 50-50, but they're going to pick 60% of the time inside, 40% outside. Then after that decision is made, let's say they pick an outside run, then what happens is they say, if you're less than an 82 speed and you have whatever chance it is, we put 111, this is formula stuff here, but we did 111 minus the actual, and I could show you guys the code actually, because that would probably be easier here. Probably hard to see, but this code right here is where we're doing it. So we're getting 60% of the time inside. And then if you're starting, so what I mean by starting, I mean your current depth chart starter. So if you did a change right now in the game, it will take it, or there's an injury and the auto depth chart happens and your second string guy becomes first string. Whoever your first string player is, their top speed, it comes in and it says you have a 111 minus your speed, right? So if you're an 81 speed, right? 111 minus 81 is 30. So you have a 30% chance as a second pass to run inside. So if you're under an 82 speed, you basically will start to get a 30% all the way up to a 70%, the lower you go in speed, chance of getting an inside run. So basically, long story short, it's going to increase the frequency of which players will run inside. Now, for Atlanta, they should run outside and inside. They will never fall into here until they hit basically this guy or an injury happens, right? So right now, their first two players are, even if this guy comes in as a starter for some reason, you still got a backup there. One thing it's not taking into account is who's running the ball. So if your fullback comes in, we're not looking at that. If you're, and to be honest with you, fullbacks are typically not that fast. So it's probably going to choose, well, it's going to choose based on this guy here. So it's going to work as normal. So I think the 60-40 split might be okay. And we're going to do some, testing now. And I got about an hour to do this. And I'm curious. I'm wondering why we're not getting any sound though. Let's see. All right, there we go. I'm wondering how this is going to affect rushing, right? And rushing yards, obviously, in particular here. So I'm also doing a test to see. Oh, he just got hurt. I'm also wondering or looking out for the flipping around of the blockers. So if you see blockers just jump around, let me know, and then we can take a look at them in the replay. Yeah, it will be updated for GOG, but remember, GOG and Epic Games, they have a slower processing time. Like I can update Steam on the fly, and I can do it on my own. But the other ones, I have to send a build to my publisher, and then they have to push it to those 2 stores, and then those 2 stores have their own lag time or whatever to get them on the actual stores. So I'm not sure. I can ask the publisher how people get notified that there's an update, but I am passing them every build that I do. But like I said, they're not as quick as I am. I think I just may have saw something there. Let me see. Oh, that was just this guy flickering around. I also want to kind of show you guys an example of that whole blocking thing that I'm talking about. And it used to result in warping, where the guy would just warp across the field, and we don't really want that anymore. But so when 2 blockers engage, if a blocker basically, if they like get sucked into each other and pass each other, it would just let someone win. And now I basically flip them to face each other again. The only problem with that is if there's too much see, like right here is a perfect example of it right here. So watch this. So these guys are engaged, and see how they're going into each other there. If we zoom in, you can look at it this way. As they push into each other, right? So it looks like the guy from Arizona, he's winning, seems like to me. I don't know why, but I don't know who's winning, but they're basically moving through each other, and I can't really I don't know why I can't just stop them from doing that. Like I can't just stop right there and not do it anymore, or at least the code is so complicated that I don't even want to mess with it. But see, this is a nice example of how they just kind of balance each other out there. But on this one, they're just moving too fast, too close. And so what I do is right here, I flip them, right? Which is fine. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't mind that. Problem though is if they flip, basically if they're moving too fast into each other, you'll see them keep flipping back and forth like this. You kind of see this happen a bunch of times. That's like the worst case scenario. It actually happens right here too. You can see it here. You know, they're pushing into each other and they flip. So that's kind of the seems like they should flip north south at that point. Well, that's the thing. I'm not really worrying about that too much. I mean, I guess I can look at the code to see, because even in this case, you could say, okay, well, they can flip and do east-west. So it kind of rotates in a circle. I was thinking about that too. But for me to do that, I would have to do a little bit of coding to find out who's on top, who's on the bottom, who's left and right. Like, I'd have to make sure I knew who was where. And then based on their positions, I would flip them. I can do that if you think it's really that crucial. But that's the example of the new change. Whereas before, somebody would just win. And I haven't seen one running play called, I don't think.
Y'all can't catch me. Try to stop me, but you not. I'ma just let you know. Too many mistakes. Let's go.
Yeah, it's I can think about it. Knowing me, I'll probably look at it because I wanted to do it, and now that you mentioned it, and I'm only adding stuff in right now because the publisher hasn't literally like shot me, and they're still porting the code over. But I'm assuming we're going to have a cutoff day where we're going to push this over to the consoles for certification. We're not there yet though. So we're like on a daily, and we still have to do testing too. I don't know what the timelines are. So Anthony, is the console release near? I mean, that's something that I really don't know.
Hey, tighten up, D.
Man, these passes are going bonkers here. Okay, here we go. We got a power O coming. And Arizona does not have a good running back, so let's see what happens. They're picking an inside run. Oh, they're not. I thought that was... Unless that's just the formation. I swear, that should have been a run, no? Hmm. And the sound's a bit off because I had the sound turned off and I turned it back on. That's why it keeps going in and out like that with the crowd. But as far as console release, guys, there are a lot of things that are in play right now. There's potential that we could get on Game Pass or another subscription. We don't know yet. We're trying to pitch it. If that happens, I don't know what's going on, but this crowd, there's something with the fans. There's something that's making the game slow down. I see at times. I don't know. Still working on that. Another thing is the Nintendo Switch is a very weak system in terms of power compared to the PS5 and the Xbox, right? So that's also something we're trying to work on to optimize the game for the Switch. And then there's the whole thing about what's a good release date, because I want to release it as soon as possible. But that's not the smartest way to do it, especially on consoles, because consoles, they're actually a lot harder to make your game visible. Like that was a good example right there of a guy just blowing through the hole. And it's probably because he was doing a counter move. This guy pulls right here and he leaves him wide open. Now this dude is fast, but this guy missed a block, right? This guy comes right through. He's slow though, but he's already there. Like it's too late. You know, and that's going to happen. And those are the plays that we're trying to minimize or at least reduce, because those are the ones that cause... You could have 4 good runs in a row that are 4-yard runs, right? You gain 16 yards, and you could have one of those plays and now you're back down to like 4 yards. And it's like... It just kills your total yardage. Yeah, I don't know why it's so slow right there. It's like, it's slowing down, but I'm also playing in debug mode, so it's not fast when I'm in debug mode. Well, I don't know yet. We don't know what it's going to cost. But that's not as hard of a decision. That's something that we control, so we don't have to worry about timing. And going back to the whole thing with the how many of those plays happen due to the lineman just spazzing out regardless? See, I hate this, but something I'm not working on anytime soon. That'll be the next version probably if we get there. But that's a pretty good run right there. I mean, that was what? A good 4 yards? 5 yards? So here's the running back here. And the line was back there. So he got about 5 yards. And you see there's no instant blocks happening. Like this guy would have definitely broken through that earlier. So now he's got more room to make some moves. So that was a good run right there. But going back to the whole thing about consoles, we have to worry about, you do not want to sell your game or release your game anytime around Thanksgiving or Christmas. Those are such huge sale events that, and a lot of games come out around that time too, but you have to be careful on the calendar when you come out. Now I know that football is a different type of game, but at the same time, we still need traffic. If your game comes out on consoles especially, because it's different than Steam from what I've learned, you have like a minute to figure out whether or not your game's going to make it, because if people are not buying your game immediately. Like if you don't have that preset up to just have people coming and buying it, you're not going to be on the store's pages for more than like a day or half a day or hours. I mean, it's pretty quick. And then once they're off the stores, consoles don't make it easy for your game to be found and be discovered, right? It's a lot harder than Steam. Steam shows you games that you like, that you might like all the time. And I don't think consoles do as good of a job. They don't, actually. It's not, I don't think. They don't. They don't keep relevant games that you might be interested in front of your face. So you have that window of time when you first come out, and if you're not hitting it, what's up, doorman? If you're not killing it on, let me get out of this game because this slowdown is actually annoying me. Let me get out. Oh, if I get out though, I'm gonna have an issue with. Can I change this now? Let me see. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, I'll just leave it. It's fine. It's not affecting the actual testing. It's just more aesthetically annoying. So that's a good run there. That was a run up the middle, and normally there's no way that would have made it, you know. And that was what? That was a good 5-yard gain right there. But see, that's the point. Like those 5-yard gains will quickly get negated by a 10-yard loss, you know? Yeah, but they have to find it, Anthony. My game could literally be better than Madden. It could be the best football game ever made. But unless you're 2K or EA Sports or some other AAA company, nobody will find out about it. It's just not gonna, they're not going to find out. They have no idea you exist. And my whole theory, even up to now, really, to be honest with you, has been if the game is good enough, they will find its customers. But that's really not the way it works, sadly enough. That people want the game. People don't know about the game, basically. I mean, they also want the license. Let's not forget about that. They also probably want 3D, right? They want a sim game. So there's things that we have to there's obstacles that we have to navigate through regardless. But with that said, the major hurdle that we have is visibility. If you don't have visibility, you don't have a chance to sell because nobody knows you exist, right? So when it comes time to release the game on console, that was a great kick. Oh, I thought he got that. Let me see that. That's interesting. Oh, no, he didn't. Right underneath it. To be fair, I get recommended access football and maximum football recommend. Yeah, but you're talking about Steam. Or are you talking about on console? Okay, so you're saying Nintendo is not as good as Xbox. Okay, well, I don't know. I know Nintendo's eShop is nowhere near as user-friendly. So on Xbox, you get it? Okay. That's good to know. I mean, listen, I do not want to wait until next football season just because of I don't want this game to be delayed just because it's not the optimal time. At least on paper. See, there it is. I just saw it. So that's the flicker that I'm talking about that I don't want to see. Now, why is that happening? I think what's happening there is he gets pushed here, then somehow somebody pushes him back. Let me see. I'm gonna have to keep this on here and note the time. So 25 minutes in. All right. So as soon as they engage, something happens where he gets shifted over here. And then he gets shifted back, and then he gets shifted back. So it's like a constant flip-flop. Now, I don't know why that's really happening. I mean, that's happening because of the code I did, but I don't know why. Maybe he's bumping into this guy down here. Because he seems like he's getting like pushed right back out. And until he gets pushed out far enough, like that time he got pushed out far enough, but the other times he only got pushed to there. I may need to increase the distance at which they get pushed out, you know, because that's really the problem. That's part of the problem anyways. It's not the end of the world, but it's just an annoying cosmetic thing. There aren't any trick plays in the game, no. So yeah, so the window to sell is the calendar day to mark down. Not to mention the fact that you want the game to obviously, the game has to pass certification on all the consoles you're planning on releasing to. So you got to go through that entire process. And until you know an exact date, then that's when you can announce it, right? So let's just say it takes a month to go through certification, right? Well, you don't know you're going to pass certification until that month is over with, right? Until you literally get the 100% A-OK that it's working. It's at that time that you can actually announce it, right? So there's a whole, I mean, if you think about like movies and everything like that, like big time AAA movies, they don't just release it as soon as the editing's done. No, and they don't just spitball it and say, oh, how long do you think it'll take? No, they literally have to do things slow, and they get everything lined up, all the marketing lined up and everything early, as early as they can. And then once they have a definitive date on paper, then they push the marketing, and they say, okay, it's coming out next summer, right? And I don't know why it's slowing down, but whatever. Yeah, I think Nintendo would be great for the game, but I also know that Nintendo will quickly lose the game on the store. Like, it won't be on there long, and the only way it'll be on there is if somehow we get lucky and Nintendo does something for us, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So rushing yards right now are pretty terrible. Okay.
Come on, man. Y'all keep missing these tackles.
Yeah, it could be the sidelines. I just don't, I don't know. But if it's slow on here, then it's going to be even slower on consoles, I can tell you that much. But I'm also running in debug mode, and I don't normally see this on those kickoffs, but the game works great on Steam Deck. I mean, I'm having a good time with that too. See, that was actually a pretty good run. I mean, that could have been a lot better, but somehow these guys got through. I mean, that was a pretty instant block. Now, but that wasn't 100% instant. This guy's a 70, 88. See, I don't know how this guy beat him. That's interesting to me. But I know it can happen. 88 skill, 70 strength versus a 98 strength. That's interesting.
Come on, man. Block, man. Block.
Yeah, the block is not instant there, yeah. Ooh. I mean, I can't deal with this slowdown. I mean, I hate to say that, let me try something here. I don't want to run inside more. I'm wondering if we should bump this up 10. So if you're slow, you have an even higher chance. I'll do that. And that way an 82, 81 would be a 40. So we keep it at 40. And let's make it 80. Let's make it 75. And let's make this 65. And this time, let's just run it in regular mode. So I got about 25 minutes or so left to stream. And then I got to jump off, but I may jump on later. Just depends on how the day goes. Because I do want to see, like, I haven't even tested running with a human control team, right? So not sure how that's going to work. No, Anthony, there's no, I mean, you guys can take screenshots of the numbers. I mean, if there's a Reddit channel or some Discord, I mean, you could go on the Discord too. If you guys want to post, you can easily recreate the teams. Like I could probably recreate an entire roster within an hour max. I mean, that's not like super easy, a push of a button, but if somebody had all of the uniform numbers all laid out, then you can easily redo those teams manually yourself. But there's no quick way to just push a button and boom, you get, a certain roster. Now, that's just the colors. If you're talking about the players, that's a whole different boatload. Unless somebody knows how to hack the consoles. Well, I can add Derek, I can add that in. I think that we didn't do that for a reason. I don't think we're doing that for some reason. I don't know why we don't do that. But that was a discussion I'm pretty damn sure we had. I just don't remember why we chose not to. If anybody knows, put it in the comments, please. I'm gonna kill the fans. I don't know why. I'll put it on that one there. I want to leave replays running, and that should be good. Let's just do the same teams because I want to get an idea of. Let's just flip this though. Yeah, but morale does like, I do like the idea of it though, Phenomenal View, because it's replicating what we would do, right? Like if I have a 90 skilled running back and now he's a 70 because his morale's all the way down, and I have a guy who's a 75, I put the 75 guy in.
Y'all in for a good one today. You're playing with the best of the best tonight.
The happiest guy in your rotation could still be awful, so he should still be low.
Kickoff. Watch the man in the back.
Speed's looking better now. Yeah, the computer doesn't take into account morale. That's going to turn out to be a great run. And so we're going to look at that one to see what happened there, because let's turn the ticker off too, actually. So the line got that hole right there got closed up. You see, these guys got closed up because everything was jammed up there. Because if that didn't close up, they would have come in and killed him. Now he got stuck, but because blocks are holding better, you know, even there, that was at least a 1 second block. That play was better in terms of yards. You know, I didn't love. Now, if we look, let's take a look at what he had there. So he had 22 yards on that play, right? Let's see what happens after a little bit here. I can take a look at that, Derek, because I do notice that when I'm playing. There he is, the heckler. That's a good run again. And I'm picking Atlanta on purpose because Atlanta's got a really good running back. He's not the top running back, I don't think, but he's pretty good. Somebody put a note, if they can, in the beta channel to have me look at the morale. Yeah, I don't think they're doing that view. I think from what I've noticed when I played the game in my franchise, I've noticed that they don't do that. I've noticed that they don't look at the modified. Oh, I don't know how he got out of there. But that play right there is a perfect example of one that would never have happened, even though it didn't look the cleanest and he was stuck it back there for a little while. I like that play because that tells me that this is working. You have to wait now. You don't have to wait, but I do like to watch your live streams. Although I got to get my butt off this chair before I kill myself. Exactly, phenomenal. He got through because of the blocking. So that is super important and crucial to the success of your running game. The problem is that we just have to, right now with this latest little update we're going to do, we are trying to mitigate the losses. Those losses are killer. I mean, I actually could add this in myself. Oh yeah, thanks for doing that, View. Yeah, when you do an auto sort, like when you do an auto sort with your team, when you're on franchise mode, I'm pretty sure it does take into account morale, because I did that and it worked. But I don't think that's happening for the CPU each week. Maybe that's just what the problem is. The CPU is not even auto sorting every week. Period. Like they only auto sort when they get an injury. I don't know. I have to look at that. Did I miss a good run? I think I missed it because I was typing. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, 28 yard. It's crazy because this guy's the faster guy. Oh, no, he's not. My bad. I had him flipped. This guy's the faster guy. But even so, he's an 83 speed. This one's the one that has the fast speed. So let's see. I think the problem, though, is that Arizona doesn't really run much, obviously. Yeah, I mean, good pathing is great, and that's awesome because that's code that, you know, I've worked on for a long time, but I definitely want to see blocking help. But either way, this is going to improve the game regardless. I'm curious what it will do for human players. Like, that run would never have happened. Ever. That would never have happened, that run, in the previous. Because those guys pulling, even those guys pulling right there is scary. And he got around. I mean, that's a much, much, much improved play right there. Now remember, Arizona's not a good running team. So, you know, they're going to struggle with yards. Yeah, they're going to yell at me. Whatever. The improvements I've made over the last few days, I swear it might take them 15 minutes. There's no way it's not going to take long. They're like little lines. A lot of this stuff is just testing, but the actual code change is not crazy. Maybe half an hour max. There you go again. That was a good run. Let's see. That's good blocking right there. What's interesting is the quarterback held the block for longer than I would have thought. Let's see. He's facing a what? A defensive end? He should lose. Yeah, he lost. But it took a little longer than I would have thought. I did update the code for that though. Like QBs, kickers, and punters, they should not be winning. And I did make a change for that in this update coming out. But here's the problem that I'm having, which is why I didn't want to do the franchise series, because when I play the game, I'll find issues and I'll want to fix them. And that's basically part of what's been happening here. You know, the beta team, you guys are also in my ear telling me things, but I also feel like I know when I play it that interception. I know when I play it, I want to fix things or make things better, and I need to stop doing that. Yeah, you've been finding them too. But there are things that I did, like in the last video, the record, you know, thinking about the record being on there. There are things that I'll mention that I see happening that I want to fix. See, that's an okay run. I mean, he got a yard. I don't care. I just don't want to see those 5-10 yard losses all the time. You know, and little things like the roster sheet label not being perfectly centered. They're just little things, like little polishing tasks that I do to make the game better and better and better. But the beasts, they should be running like they should be running well. That was a major flip up here. Check this out. That is exactly what I do not want to see. And I realize now what it is. Pretty sure it's the fact that they're bumping back and forth, but they're getting pushed. See, they're getting pushed by somebody else at that point. I think I know what I can do to fix it. I can just eliminate their collision. That's exactly what I have to do. I need to eliminate their collision with somebody else because it's throwing them the opposite direction. And I do not want that. Although if I eliminate the collision, I can eliminate their collision. Like I can eliminate them from being bounced out. But if somebody collides with them, they will get bounced. So that's what I'm going to have to do. It's exactly what I'm going to have to do.
Good play, good play.
Second down.
Ah, see right there, man, that was close. I wish he would have gone inside. But if we look right now, if we look at the rushing stats, 10 to 28, I mean, that right there is pretty good. And I know it doesn't sound good, but it's pretty good compared to what it used to be. Passing is 31-66, so we're not that far off. Oh, nobody blocked that guy. So he was already targeting this guy. Yep.
Come on, man. Block, man. Block.
Second down.
How you know?
They look awful. What looks awful?
Run.
The running stats look awful. They don't look awful for the amount of time this game's running and from what they used to look. They used to be negative 10 yards, negative 20 yards, right? So Arizona's not a good running team anyways. That was a good run. It's just, it just, there's something about, like, this game has had such, it has had such a difficult time with running for such a long time that it just feels so nice to see a run that's, especially up the middle, that actually, like, runs that actually gain yards. Like, it feels so nice. I mean, I'm a running guy. I'm a defensive. I'm surprised we're not calling timeout. I guess they don't want to go for it. I want to see runs. I want to see defense. I'm not all about this passing offense. And those are good rushing yards for a half in a 6-minute game. Those are pretty good. And that's not even what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the big ones. We know that the big breaks can happen. Those big runs can actually be a thing. The issue are the little runs being wiped out by the big losses, right? Like even there, right up the middle, he didn't lose any yards. I like seeing that. And it's okay if they lose a few yards, then so be it. But So in a few minutes, what I think I'm going to do is leave this running, but I really can't talk because I have to keep it down. So I'll leave this game running on stream, and then when it's over with, I'll take a look at the stats, and then I'll jump off and I'll code up the couple things I need to code, and then we can go from there. Unless you guys think we're good after a half. I do want to see this game complete, though. Oh, see, that was a nice run right there. Had he been able to get through. But that guy made a spectacular play. Actually, who hit him? Yeah, he hit him because he beat the other guy. All right, I'm going to keep quiet now, guys. You guys are on your own, but I'll keep this running. And then if you see anything, hit me up in the Discord or in the chat here, or both. But I'm going to actually be right back. I need to go to the restroom, and then I'll come back and watch this, and I'll leave you guys with this running. And when it's over with, we'll take a look at the stats, and then I'll jump off. Later.
Keep that clock away
Bring him down. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey. Run, run, run.
Second down.
Hey, hey, hey.
Third down.
And watch the blitz, watch the blitz.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Hey.
Field goal attempt is no good.
Catch me if you can. Hey, hey, hey. You want some? Hey. Hey.
Second down.
Hey. Hey.
Second down.
Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Second down.
Keep that clock running, keep that clock
Second down.
They trapped.
Hey.
Good play, fellas. Let's go. Good play. Good. Stop the clock.
Second down.
That is double.
Keep that clock running. Let's go.
The stadium feels cool. Reset. Let's get it started. Let's go.
Third down.
Hey, watch the blitz. Hey. Don't give us the first.
You want some?
Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Second down.
Keep that clock running. Let's go. for a good one today.
This is about to be a blowout. We'll receive. Hey, run, run. Yo, stop holding my jersey, man. Hey, bring him down next time, man.
All right, what's going on? I can talk again. So we have about 7 people in here. Cool. So you guys are still sticking around. I know it's kind of boring and my bit rate is like trash up and down. So I'm trying to just make sure that this is all working correctly. I had it wrong. They needed to rotate the same way, I think. So right now I'm looking at the different orientations, but I am able to talk for a little bit. So if you guys have anything you want me to mention or anything, I'll be here. All right. So facing west, east, if y is above y. Okay, here we go. So if their y is above my y, then I would want to rotate to the right, which is minus 90. And this one actually I rotate down, which is plus 90. See, so that's different. So that is different. Now, if I'm up here, I'm actually going to rotate minus 90 and plus 90. Okay, so it's the opposite. Got it. So minus 90. All right. Now, if we're north, this is really annoying, but whatever. If we're facing north and they're facing south on both sides, let's do both sides. So if if their x is greater than our x, so this one, I want to rotate them minus 90 plus 90. So they're going to go minus, we're going to go plus. And the opposite case, we're going to go minus 90 and they're going to go plus 90. Okay. Is that right? Hold on. So if their x is greater than ours, okay, if their x is less than ours, then we are going to go minus 90. Oh yeah, this is the minus 90. Duh. So we're going to go minus 90. And they're going to go plus 90. Okay, got it. Now, this is annoying, but I'm going to get it here. Now, if we are facing south and they are facing north, whoops, then if they're greater than our x, so this one, they're going to add 90. We're going to minus 90. Okay. Minus 90. And then the opposite will occur here. So minus and plus. Plus. Right? Because in this case, if it's this side of it, then we're going to go minus and they're going to go plus, right? Okay. Now, if we are if we're facing east, and they're facing west, this is what I swear I had it this way before, but if we're facing east and they're facing west, so if their y is greater than our y, which is this one, we want to rotate them plus 90. We want to rotate ourselves minus 90. No. Yes. So we want them to be plus, we want to be minus, right? So we want them to be plus and us be minus. Right? Because we're going to go minus, and they're going to go plus, right? And if the opposite were to ensue, they're going to go plus, we're going to go minus. Wait, they're going to go. Wait a second. If y, I think I did that backwards. If y is greater than ry, then they're going to go back 90. We're going to go up 90. So these are reversed. So we want this. If they, and I can probably consolidate these actually. No, I can't because they're different face directions. But if, well, I may be able to. Hold on. And then this should be the opposite. So if we're here, then we should be going plus 90. And they go right. So then if we look at this picture over here, they were south. We were north. They were south. They were left. They were right of us. So this was the case. We should have gone plus 90 and they should have gone. Yeah, so that's right. That's right. Now, I think I'll leave it just like this because that way I don't have to worry about messing with it. So we can kill this altogether. And I think we got it. So we just need to take that part of it out. Drop that in. And drop this one in. All right, we're back. We're back cooking with mustard. Although nobody cooks with mustard. Whatever. This is the life of a game dev, man. It's brutal. Things like these are annoying because you have to like really figure out what the hell you're doing and kind of work out each scenario. Hey, Jack Fox. All good. Like we love this game. Yeah. Do you guys really love the game? I mean, I've been playing the franchise and I'm having fun with it. I'm starting to get invested in my team. My only thing with it is I start to think about like the difficulty, just like any other sports game. You know, I want to start bumping up the difficulty or figuring out how to improve the game, and I can't. I was just talking to the publisher actually. Well, this guy here, this dude and this dude, right? So basically, he should have spun this way, which he did, right? Let me pick a better color. The white Atlanta team should have spun this way, and he should have spun this way. So he should have gone plus or minus 90, and he would have gone plus 90 because the way it works, it starts at 0 here, then 90. Whoops. Then 90 here, then 180, then 270. That's the way it works. So this guy needs to go from, basically he was 270, he needs to go to 180, so he needs to go minus 90. This guy was at 90, he needs to go back to 0, so he's actually going, I'm sorry. Wait a second. This guy needs to go plus, no, he needs to go minus 90, right? This is so annoying. Because he needs to go from 90 to 0. He needs to go 270 to 180. That's where it gets a little bit confusing. Shoot, I got to do this again. Sorry. All right. So in that case, this is the case of me facing south and them facing, or me facing north, them facing south. So the collided player X is greater than my X. So I need to go, I need to go minus 90, but so do they. That It's what I did before, and I didn't feel right, but then it makes sense when I draw it out. So, okay, hold on, I gotta do this again. This is annoying. I'm gonna draw these out right now, and I can get to the bottom of it. So we have the case of this. I'm gonna write all the cases right now. So we have that, we have that, we have that. Whoops. Let me just do all the cases. It's Friday. Plus, this is annoying stuff. So then we have, this is the case here. We have a guy either behind you on the left or behind you on the right. This is behind you on the left or right again. 0, 270, 180. I just want to remember that. So let's start from the top. So if we're facing west, let's just start with this one. If we're facing south, if they are to the right of us, which is this part here, I want to move them plus 90, and I want to go plus 90. So south, these both need to be plus. And then if it's the opposite, which is this side, I want them to go minus 90, and I need to go minus 90. Okay, so we got that figured out. All right, now if we're facing north and they are to the right of us, it's this scenario here. So we need to go minus 90 and they need to go minus 90. And I think this is going to be the plus again, but I'm going to just make sure. I don't want to do this anymore. So if they are to the left of us, we need to go plus 90 and they need to go plus 90. So that is correct. Now, if we get to this west and east stuff, so let's look at the west one. If we're facing west, if their y is greater than our y, and in Game Maker it's opposite. So if you're on the bottom, you're actually greater y than they are. So that's this case here. I'm going to go down one and they're going to go this way. So they're going to actually have to go from 180 to 90. So they're going to go minus 90 and we are going to go minus 90 because that's the way it works. Yep. So minus minus. So west minus minus. And this is going to be plus plus probably. But I'm going to do this all out because I don't want to do it anymore, like I said. So this is going to be minus, this one will be plus 90, and this one will be plus 90. So that's what we just did. Now, last one here, if they're above me, we're going to go plus 90, they're going to go plus 90. And then if it's the opposite, we're going to go minus 90, they're going to go minus. Yeah, so that's it. That's basically it. So we can change that now. So here they're going to go plus plus and then minus minus. Okay. Wow, this was annoying. See, I told you it was an annoying view. If you're still here, I told you. This is not fun. But I wanted to do this yesterday and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. But I'm dealing with it. All right, we're good now. So let's get back to work here. Yeah, difficulty should go up as you improve. I am getting better at the game. Like I was learning how now this is going to change the game right a bit. It should make it easier to run, obviously. And it's nice to pick an inside run to go for it, you know, when you have short, like 3rd and 2 or something. Huh. Yeah, I'm not a beast. I'm pretty much a moron, Wolverine. Only a moron does exactly what I'm doing. Anybody else would go get a regular job and make regular money. I'm an idiot. I actually chose to do something I wanted to try my whole life. And, you know, we'll see. The hard part about things is, you need money to survive. And, this is nothing. Yeah, I kept it alive. All right, so what are we doing? We want to do... These teams are not really good running teams. Let's just randomize it. Try that again. I wouldn't mind getting one good running team and one bad running team. Whoops. Just to kind of see... Atlanta. Try this. Yeah, this is a good one because Miami's weak. The only problem is Atlanta's defense isn't good. I mean, Miami's defense isn't good either. They're okay. So, I don't know if we care about that or not. Let's just try it out. Ugh.
Y'all in for a good one today.
So really, all I changed here was the blocking. Like the blocking issue. I didn't change the way they're calling plays. So this is really not going to be much different than what we had before. Right? Yeah. So what we had before was them trying to run the ball inside about 60% of the time. And then if you have a lesser running back, then you pump up your chances quite a bit to go inside either way. So really at the end of the day, what's going to happen here is teams are just going to run inside more. And let's just see if we can... Hey, we wanted him to go in circles. He's going in circles at least. That's awesome. That's hilarious. So let's just see the first time it happens because I want to see what really happened there. So they got engaged right there for the first time. And then he starts swooping around them. Which is odd because in this case, he was doing the hokey pokey. In this case, he's facing south and north, right? So why did he shoot up that way? All right, I need to look at the code and just figure out, because I do have code that I'm pretty sure I have code that when you first get engaged, it does throw you around, but that should still not be a problem. So let me look at the code here. So I don't understand how in the hell they even, I don't even know how, like, he wasn't behind him at that point, right? Like, he immediately shoots over, which is odd because, let me see. ID collided players. So let's just say that the blocker, let's say we're facing north. But see, it doesn't even get into here unless they're behind them. So I need to take a look at that code. Hold on. So I'm passing in me and them. And I'm going to say, okay, so I'm facing north. They're facing south. If they're facing south, then their Y has to be greater than my Y. But that didn't happen. It didn't happen. So Why does he shoot over there? And then he goes from there to here, which is very odd. Oh. Wait a second. See how annoying this stuff is? This is the worst. That's that tornado block. So, yeah. I think what needs to happen is, I don't think I need to move. I'm moving them, but I still want to know why. So like when they pass each other, I do throw them a different direction, but that is weird. Why in the hell would he ever do that? No, he shouldn't. It's not that he's not turning north. It's that he shouldn't even be, like, this is where they engage. Actually, their first point of engagement was here. It should have been either right and left, like that. Well, the opposite. It should. So like if somebody were to pass you, I'd flip them, right? So like if they were going from, right to left or whatever, like one guy's here, and they come into each other, and then they pass through, right? The whole facing left and right thing. I would flip them and then I'd move them. I'd push them kind of away from each other. But if you're rotating them, then I don't know if you're going to still be, let's see, let me do my little drawing here, which I thought I'd never have to open this up again today. But if you're facing down and the other guy's facing up, and then if that turns into what it should, which is this. Actually, what it will do is it will turn into this. Which at that point, it's not about y and y being, like in this case, it was this point here. Let me change that. It was this point right here is where they cross. But now it has to be this point, and they're not there. So I don't think I need to make those adjustments anymore. That might have been the problem there. I still don't understand why they initially did that roundabout. Like he threw them all the way to the back. I don't know what that was. That's I'm curious about that. Are there still people in here? Yeah, we got 3 people in here. So I know who's here. View, Wolverine, and probably down tempo. It's all good though. I'm obviously not doing this for views. Let's all be honest around here. And this is the reason why. What? Why is it doing that? Come on. All right, there we go. Now there's 2 people, right? So this is there's 4. I don't know. Who knows? Bottom line is that we need 4 million people watching this, right? That's the kind of money you have to attract. And I'm not saying this is like top like television stuff here, right? This is nothing crazy, but let's see. So, I want 1 good and 1 bad. Nope. Nah. I don't love this either. It's all right. Try that. So yeah, we're just coding for anybody who's coming in, whatever. We're just coding this and just trying to fix the blocking. And my stream My internet speed today is absolute piss. Sorry, piss. Yeah, I said it. It's really trash.
Easy win tonight.
I mean, it's going from
We'll kick the ball.
where it should be, which is like 6,000 kilobytes per second, to 0. Right now I'm at 1,000. So, yeah, I'm sorry for the stuttering. It's dumb broadband, you know, it's sharing the internet with the whole freaking community. Yeah, I knew Corey was here. Well, thanks for being here, but I mean, I'm just really trying to share all this stuff and seeing if you guys can catch any of this with me. I'm hoping the speed gets picked up a little bit more so we could. And I really want to see this thing work. Yeah. We got to look for blockers that. Really, that's where I'm at now. I think I'm okay with the way the code is for the running calls, and the blocking itself is pretty good. It's really just the animations at this point. It's not Twitch, it's my upload speed. See, I haven't caught a time yet where something's wrong with this, because it, like, when I'm around here, something broken here. It tries to like zoom into the, look at that. There's something broke right here. If I go like that, look at that. Yeah. I noticed that the other day. I'm like, why is it jumping at that guy? Anyways, I've never seen that before until like the other day. Yeah. I haven't, that issue with the blocking is not showing up just yet. It'll get there though. Have you guys seen that replay thing just jump to the ball carrier like that before? Because I haven't seen that before, and I'm wondering. I mean, I saw it one time before actually, and I'm just wondering how bad of a thing it is. $19-mile-an-hour wind, great. All right, thanks, guys. So keep your eye on the blocking. I want to see that hokey poke go away. And I know that your guys' chats are probably delayed, so I'm keeping an eye on it. If I see it, I'll do a replay. Let's see. You know, what I want to see are teams that run a lot. I really want to see how well they run. Like, I want to grab the top running backs, and I want to see them square off and just see if they can get over the century mark, because that would be cool. You know, but I can tell you, playing the game on franchise on my own, it's fun, man. And the more you do it, I think I just saw it there. No? Oh, he just got pushed back. Which I have code for that too, right? So like this guy right here. So they actually did engage right there. So it immediately flipped him like that, and then that pushed him back. So that looked like it worked beautifully, to be honest. Because in the past they would connect like that, and then somebody would die off the initial start of that block. I can turn the game off and rerun it. Let me just see a few of these plays here. Not to mention the fact that when you have a team that has a really good running back, they run a lot more to begin with, right? Their run percentages are higher, so we're going to see more runs versus teams like this. See, even that's nice, because back in the previous versions, he would have gotten clobbered. These guys coming in like animals. The QB got one guy. I can't see how much he won. And then this guy got picked up as well right here. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking at the very least to minimize those major big stops. They happen, and they should happen, but they shouldn't happen as often as they do. Wow. Nice. But Cincinnati, they like to throw.
Got my man right here. Got my man. Catch me if you can.
Jeez. All right, let me kill this. Let me start it back up. And then let me just make double sure here. All right. Let me know if you guys are still around, because I just kicked the stream off in OBS. Yeah, and now the stream is back to 6. This internet is really trash. So dumb. All right, thanks guys for letting me know you're still here. All right, so we're gonna do, what was it, Detroit and Empire? Is that were those the two teams? Let's just take a look here. So if we go to all halfbacks, so we can do Detroit and the Empires. Empires, Detroit. All right, let's try that out. Oh, thanks, Dawes. I'm loving it too. I'm enjoying it, actually. I really am. And I wish I didn't make this game, because I wish I was somebody who could just play it and not worry about always fixing stuff. But you know, the game at the point where the game's at now, it's just what the fixes that happen are really, a lot of them are just like polish. But like I said, I have to be done because I need to get this game out. I know I said it a million times, but all right. So we're looking at the blockers if they're doing the pokey poke, whatever, and also if they are running well. But this game's pretty sick. It really is. I mean, I love the way it looks. Okay, so these are supposed to be really good running teams. What the hell are they doing? Odd. How are their line? Is their line good? Yeah, their line's pretty good. Let's take a look at their defense. Defense is not the best here. Defenses are all right. But they have really good running games. Yeah, I'm seeing some jittering happening here. So they're facing right and left. First time they pass, they actually go like this, which to me does not make any sense. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I told you this was annoying view. I knew it. Ugh. And then it's like you almost want to put back what I had originally where they just frickin' instant block, but that's killing us. Absolutely killing us. So in this case, whatever, let's call it that. You guys can't see, but the guy on the right here. Let's just pick that guy. So if he's going west, collided player Y is greater than, right? So then what he should do is turn south. Actually, yeah, he should turn south, and then he should turn north. But they don't. And if I look at the opposite way, if it's the other guy, I'm sorry, he's facing east. I did that backwards. I'm sorry. So this is east. So east, collided player is greater than me. So I'm going to go plus 90. That's wrong. How am I getting this wrong? Ugh. It's Friday. Tired. Let me see this. So we're facing east. This is this case right here. And let's just do this one for the fun of it. What we need to do here is we need to add and add. And in this case, we need to subtract and subtract. So I had it upside down. Sheet. Right? This is actually the opposite. And if I'm correct, then this should not match the one above. No, it's the same. Huh. So let's just try it this way. So if we go facing west, but either way, that was a good example of they were going in a circle. They were kind of jittering around, which that's not good. Although it may be because of the way they were turning. So hold on. So this would be the case where y is greater than y. So we want to go up 90, plus, plus. These need to be opposite. I did these wrong. Wow, it makes me wonder if I did the other ones wrong too. So I'm doing this again. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. This better be right. Facing north, x is greater. You need to go minus, plus. Minus. No, minus, minus. And then this would be plus, plus. I think this is right now. It better be right. Now I just need to move this over. Wow, these are the things that are really, really annoyingly difficult. Maybe because I'm streaming too. I don't know. Plus it's Friday. Let's try that out. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. All right, I got to get off the mic because the wife has to do something. So I got to just get kicked to the curb here. All right, so I'll be on chat, but let's see if this works out. I'm sick and tired of doing this. I can tell you right now. But I'll be in the chat.
Second down.
Let's go. Take him down. Let's go. Come
Second
get
down.
some.
Hey.
Third down.
You know they're gonna pass. Watch it. Watch the blitz.
Hey. Hey. Man, you need an army to stop me. Hey.
Field goal attempt is no good.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Second down.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
I can't believe you're leaving him open.
Hey. Hey. You should still be a free agent. Hey. 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 Hey.
Stands pass incomplete. Second down.
Get some.
Hey. 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 Run!
Let's go.
Hey. Hey.
Got my man right here. Don't give him anything.
Hey.
Taylor's pass incomplete. Second down.
Hut, hut. Right.
Block me.
Come on, ref, they holding me. All they can do is sit down on defense.
Hurt. receive. Go kick team.
Hey, run, run, run.
Famous pass incomplete.
You wouldn't need to hold me to stop me.
Eyes open, eyes open.
Hey. Keep that clock running. Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Run, run. Like running through wet paper.
Second down.
Keep that clock running, keep that clock running, let's go. Defense, what y'all doing out there, man?
Second down.
Run, run, get off me. That all you got? Defense, come on, break coverage, man.
Hey. Hey, hey. Hey.
Second down.
Hey. Small block.
Third down.
Can't block me. Hey.
Good play. Marching down the field.
Ref, come on, man. Ref, you're not gonna call that?
Watch the play.
Hey.
Field goal attempt is good.
Don't know how to get around there. Yeah, that's right. Good hit. Good hit.
Second down.
That's not what I need.
Hey. Run, run, run.
I go one way, you go another. Defense, let's get it stopped, man. Let's go. Tell them, get the trainers, get the trainers.
Oh, man. Ref, come on, man. Ref, you're not gonna call it.
Run, run.
Second down.
Keep that clock running, keep that clock running. Let's go. Run, run, run.
The field goal attempt is no good.
Sit there, we gonna deal with it.
We gotta get around that.
Hey.
No, sir.
Second down.
Play the run, play the run. Hey. Hey.
Second down.
Stop playing with him. Stop, man. Let's go.
Third down.
Come on, man. Somebody gotta get a hand on him, man.
Hey. Hey. Run, run, run. Hey, whose man was that? Come on. Hey, hey. Keep that clock running. Keep that clock running. Let's go.